And also we've seen some major international forum like G7, which has adopted the Oceans Plastic Charter in 2018. And so the objective of this session is to exchange knowledge and experiences, good practices, and lessons learned on the protection of the marine environment from pollution and climate change, and to increase the awareness of the issues and concerns of policymakers, governments, business, the private sectors, in regard to the implementation of the agenda of protection of marine environment uh, in relates to pollution and climate change. So I would like now to invite four speakers to join me. Yeah. First is Pak Dida Mikvar Rida with the Ministry of Environment Forestry of Indonesia. Pak Dida, please welcome. He's Director for Marine and Coastal Pollution Degradation Control. The second speaker, I would like to invite Mr. Keitaro Suji-san, please, from JICA, Environmental Policy Advisor. Two and two, you can choose a side. Yes, okay, thank you. And would like to invite the third speaker, Mr. Bagya Sukihartana of PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur. He is Director of Operation from the business. And the fourth speaker, Bapak Muhammad Asin Sidki, President Director of PT Indonesia Power. So time allocation, we have the session until 1:30 p.m. So we'd like to give 10 minutes for each speaker, and then we will have 15 minutes of dialogue and 10 minutes for closing statements and wrap up. So first speaker, ready? Pak Dida, are you ready? Go. Your 10 minutes starts as soon as you are coming here. Yes. Please join with the applause to Pak Dida.
Thank you, Pak Adi. Welcome to participant in Indonesia Pavilion. We are very happy to join in Pavilion, and today we dedicate for more detailed information about ocean. And our session, we focus how to link climate change issue with land-based pollution. Sometimes the issue separate, but this is in our session, how to link the problem in marine pollution and also with climate change. Yeah. As we are know, the IPCC special report on the ocean and cryosphere and changing climates approved on 24 September. In the report, we know the problem in the ocean, not only ocean warming. Okay, we look here. There are problems with ocean acidification and also ocean decrease. Yeah. Sometimes the problem in ocean only warming ocean, and there are problems because the increased carbon not only captured to ocean, and also their impact to increase acidification. The report also informed to us about mitigation and adaptation. In here, there are list of the mitigation, and they are related to pollution also here. Yeah. Next, there are benefit and constraint in several mitigation action in related to pollution and also climate change. In context reduction pollution, there are benefit. The number blue, low blue, yeah, for impact to warming, and for acidification, this is a dark blue, yeah, and also in constraint, yeah. maybe in the case of the pollution, they are trade off with climate change. For example, plastic. Plastic for pollution is very dangerous with many liter. But sometimes for reduction emission, plastic is no impact for the GHG calculation because emission factor is still zero for plastic, for example. As you know, land-based pollution, I think Pak Adi mentioned, gives significant contribution to coastal and marine. 80% for pollution sourced from land-based. The impact to decrease quality and also function of coastal and marine. The main contribution from wastewater, excess nutrient, and marine litter. This is our resolution, Pak Adi mentioned, how to focus the three source of land-based pollution to wastewater, excess nutrient, and also marine litter. Sometimes the big issue in marine litter, but for pollution also there are issue in excess nutrient and also wastewater. As you know, last year in Bali, Indonesia, for hosting the integrated for the 4th Intergovernmental Review meeting in Bali, and decided the Bali Declaration on protection of marine environment and land-based activities. In Bali Declaration, there are mandate to foster the linkage to regional SIS, other relevant platform, and international initiative for effective delivery. Also, Pak Adi mentioned regarding resolution of the protection of marine environment from land-based activities. There are 5 mandates in this resolution. And the next year in UNIA 5 also the resolution can be evaluated the progress for the protection of marine environment from land-based activities. Indonesia also with other countries, there are initiatives to handle the land-based pollution. This slide shows focus on marine litter, how to initiative marine litter not only in the sea, also they are integrated from source in reduce, recycle, also alternative of product. They are clean up and also monitoring and research. Yeah. And today we more explain detailed information from our colleagues, from Pupukal team, also from Indonesia Power, for initiative to handle land-based pollution and also climate change. For example, West Bank, yeah, there are initiatives in many provinces in Indonesia, and the West Bank facilities have been operated in 31 provinces and 218 districts in Indonesia. Also in Surabaya, as you know, there are initiatives for plastic bottle paid bus, for example. And in Jakarta, the initiative how to clean marine litter before release to ocean. And there are also initiatives for waste to energy. Must be our colleague from Indonesia Power can more explain for waste to energy. Based on Bali Declaration, Minister Environment and Forestry, Bu Siti Nurbaya, a strong commitment to bring international commitment to real action. This is why Indonesia already established a regional capacity center for clean seas. Yeah. Me, day-to-day handle director for coastal and marine pollution and degradation control, and also under ministry degree decided for director executive of the director regional capacity center for clean seas. This is sponsored for regional capacity center for clean seas, and more detailed information, for example, to enhance capacities to prevent pollution, we conduct training monitoring, assessment and of marine plastic litter and microplastic, joint collaboration with United Nations and COPC Secretariat. Also provide a framework of exchange information in collaboration with PMC to conduct ASEAN regional workshop on data information management large marine ecosystem last early December before we opening in COP25 here. Also, we conduct forum for researchers and practitioners, provide a framework for exchange information for land-based pollution. And for raise awareness among stakeholders, we conduct beach cleanup in Bali, collaboration with United Nations Information Center, and also then 1,000 delegates from millennial. This is important to increase awareness with millennial for a clean seas program. And last but not least, for raise awareness among stakeholders, also we publish document best practice innovative solution to combat marine litter. And for collaboration and cooperation in this stage, and also next step, we focus how to collaborate with many stakeholders in Indonesia, and also to identify many initiatives and to strengthening the initiative to share in regional cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pak Dida. Very effective time use. Now I'd like to invite the second speaker, Mr. Keitaro Tsuji of JICA. Please come. You have 10 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Keitaro Tsuji. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak in the Indonesian Pavilion during COP25. Thank you, Pak Adi, and thank you for everyone who contributed to this event, and thank you for the participants. So today I'd like to explain a little bit about Japan's measure for marine litter, so that we can understand more about synergy of marine litter as well as waste management with climate change. So in line with Sustainable Development Goals concept, those three are related. So we need to come up with and implement the integrated solution to deal with this complicated issue. Let me introduce myself. So I'm working as a JICA expert on environmental policy in Ministry of Environment and Forestry Indonesia, and currently dispatched from the Ministry of Environment Japan. So today I would like to explain first Japan's domestic effort to tackle the marine litter, especially land-based marine litter. And second, I also want to touch upon the international collaboration on the marine litter, especially G20 fora and bilateral cooperation with Indonesia, if I have enough time. Before getting into the detail, I would like to emphasize that Japan's waste management policy is one of the most strong point of the Japanese government. Namely, the collection rate is almost 100%, and the collected waste are treated properly, and I can say without fail. We have a lot of waste-to-energy facility in Japan. Then on top of this waste management policy, we established the resource circulation strategy, like special strategy for the plastic waste this year, May. So this strategy, for example, touch upon the reduction of the single-use plastic, then so that we can reduce plastic waste to leak into the ocean sometime soon. So here, as you can see, many of the components of the strategy is actually related to the waste management policy. So as per Adi mentioned, land-based is the most biggest contributor for the marine litter. So when we talk about the marine litter, actually it's 80% of it is about waste management in the land. So here I bolded some part of the strategy, Japan's strategy. So first, proper disposal is very important. Like, proper disposal means collection and treatment. If you look at the international cooperation part, we try to provide a tailor-made comprehensive support for emerging countries, including Indonesia, which obviously include waste to energy in the context of especially Asian countries, which have a lot of people in the city, and the temperature is high, which decay the organic waste very easily. So this is a domestic national action plan in Japan for the marine plastic litter. Here we also emphasize the, for example, thorough and proper waste management system. So I could be proud of myself about Japan's waste management system. Still, our plastic waste, package and package waste is second biggest amount generation in the world. So we still need to keep effort in the waste management area. And this is actually the regulation established like 10 years ago about to tackle the marine litter. And we established basically institutional framework to cooperate among the ministries, because marine litter is a wide-ranged issue. So many ministries and stakeholders need to work together. Therefore, 10 years ago, we established this institutional framework. I understand that government of Indonesia also set very similar framework among the ministries. And here I'd like to emphasize the synergy among marine litter and waste management, as well as climate change. First and foremost, the proper waste management is a core measure to prevent the land-based marine litter. And proper waste management, what is proper waste management? Which are reduction of the generation, of course. Reduction is the most important and primary solution. However, it's impossible to diminish all the waste generated from each household as well as a factory. Therefore, the collection is a secondary measure. So 100% waste collection is perhaps practical target for many countries. Then after waste is collected, the proper waste treatment is very important. Proper waste treatment such as like material recycle as well as the thermal recycle. So this is a, how do I say, base of the discussion to tackle the major source of the marine litter. Then I'd like to touch upon the Japan's example. So Japan has 1,700 municipalities, cities, and a town. They have more than 700 waste to energy facility, which utilize the heat from the burning of the waste for generation of hot water and generation of electricity and the steam. So basically this is called thermal recycle. And here is a connection with climate change. So Japan's total capacity of electricity generation by waste energy facility is 2 gigawatt, and total generation is 9,000 gigawatt hour per year. Then that is equivalent to around 3 million household electricity consumption, or 6% of that in Japan. In short, I'd like to emphasize waste energy is one of the potential major solution to reduce the greenhouse gas. Then I like to touch upon the collaboration with other countries, including Indonesia. First, I want to touch upon the G20 fora. So this year, Japan is a G20 presidency, so we hosted the G20 Environmental Ministers meeting for the first time in the history of G20. Then we agreed the G20 action plan on marine litter. Then we also have a following up meeting in November. Then Japan, EU, and the United States of America showed their interest to take a lead in each their expertised area. In Japan's case, which is harmonization of the monitoring and the data compilation. Then, if I have time, I can also introduce the ASEAN framework, but perhaps I need to skip this. Under ASEAN plus 3 framework, we agreed to, ASEAN plus 3 is Japan, China, and Korea. And they agreed to establish a regional knowledge center for marine plastic litter. And this center is actually based in Jakarta. So this center can collaborate with RC3S, which is established by Indonesian government. Then we also have a capacity development activity, utilize the fund from Japan to ASEAN countries. This has many activities, but for example, to support the establishment of the National Action Plan, yes, Indonesia already has, but other ASEAN member countries still not yet established the National Action Plan. So under this support, we try to disseminate Indonesia's good practice to other ASEAN member countries. Then this is a bilateral cooperation. We reached a joint statement in June about marine litter, so that we will conduct a joint pilot project for monitoring, and it's already started in Java Sea. and which is 3 years project. So we expect to contribute this activity to develop a guideline for monitoring, which contribute to the harmonization of the monitoring. So sorry, it's a bit hectic, but I like to thank you all to listen to my presentation.
Thank you, Suji-san. Now we'd like to invite the third speaker, Bapak Pratia Sukihartana of PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur of Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for Pupuk Kaltim to present our cause, our commitment to contribute in world resist against climate change and coastal community empowerment. Our vision is to become a growing and sustainable world-class company in fertilizer, chemical, and agribusiness industry, with a total manufacturing capacity of 3.4 million metric ton per year of urea fertilizer, 2.7 million metric ton per year of liquid ammonia, and 350,000 metric ton per year of NPK fertilizer. In order to become a world-class and sustainable company, we focus on 3 points, which is profit, people, and planet. And to support that, we committed into several policies such as environmental, corporate social responsibility, energy management, green port, and greenhouse gases policy. We believe industry supposed to be held accountable and operate responsibly for our generations to come. In order to cope with our commitment, Pupuk Kaltim creates several initiatives such as Green Port Initiative, Energy Management Initiative, Greenhouse Gas and Emission Gas Initiative, Coastal Ecosystem Conservation and Community Empowerment. Green Port initiatives set in early 2017, which covers Pupuk Kaltim Private Interest Terminal. The initiative focuses on controlling gas emission within the port environment, an implementation of compressed natural gas vehicle within the port vicinity, adoption of solar cell technology to increase power efficiency, managing spill and sewage system to diminish port activity impact toward coastal ecosystem, improving port security and management in order to guarantee personnel and visitor awareness. Energy management initiative focus in increasing the efficiency of energy usage, which in turn could diminish energy consumption. Pupuk Kaltim has 8 certified energy manager and 7 certified energy auditors to support the implementation of energy management system. We encourage the energy efficiency in every aspect of innovation in Pupuk Kaltim. We also implement life cycle analysis-based procurement in order to measure energy performance and impact of the procured item. We implement energy management system for Plant 3 at 2016-2017 and for Plant 1A at 2018, so that the total of energy efficiency improvement within those years reached 3.76% from the baseline. Pupuk Kaltim concern in greenhouse gas and emission gas. Pupuk Kaltim increase energy usage efficiency to 6,600,000 gigajoule by innovating an air power slurry pump. Pupuk Kaltim also reduce greenhouse gas as much as 1,093,000 ton CO2 equivalent by implementing 19 programs, including precision agriculture platform for oil palm. In response to palm oil plantation in Indonesia, Pupuk Kaltim collaborate with Bogor Institute of Agriculture to develop smart farming solution, precision agriculture platform for oil palm. PreciPalm is an innovation based on Sentinel data imagery, which capture the compound of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium in soil, so that we can recommend the best composition of fertilizer. The implementation of PreciPalm enable palm oil plantation to manage the usage of fertilizer efficiently and increase productivity, also reduce its ecological impact, decrease its potential harm of eutrophication in the body of water. Pupuk Kaltim concern to coastal ecosystem conservation and community empowerment by reinforcing marine biodiversity conservation in Kedindingan, with planting 77,000 trees and also rehabilitating 7,383 square meters reef in Tobok Batang. Increasing living standard for Malahing village community with better living in Malahing program. Developing keramba jaring apung or floating net cages as bioindicators and to increase living standard local fishermen by cultivating grouper and lobster. Pupuk Kaltim already has coastal ecosystem conservation and community empowerment roadmap for 2018 until 2022. Incremental phase, we concern about education, preservation of the marine environment, and infrastructure development. Phase 1, we concern about innovation development, such as water harvesting method and communal fish farm. Phase 2, we will concern about integrating ecotourism package and destination for coastal community empowerment. Phase 3, we will concern about second stage of ecotourism access development and floating village spots and health facility in coastal community. Finally, in 2022, on the exit strategy, our goal is to make an integrated ecotourism and conservation community. The rehabilitation of artificial reef in Tobok Batang is now creating a new underwater ecosystem as seen in the picture. Today, the rehabilitated area in Tobok Batang is a spectacular marine life environment for diving experience. Malahing is a village above the sea Bontang city, which previously lacked appeal and was difficult to access. It has no resource to fresh water and education. To empower the better living in Malahing, we conduct several programs such as education about preservation of marine environment, infrastructure development, developing freshwater harvesting method, developing new business opportunity from communal fish farm, and establishing integrated ecotourism. The floating net cages built by Pupuk Kaltim is an innovation to increase the living standard of fishermen community. By floating net cage program, Pupuk Kaltim educate local local fishermen to cultivate lobster and grouper by developing a communal fish farm. The fish, the fishes that they cannot sell could be the source of food for these lobster and groupers. The communal fish farm is now certified and approved nationally as a good fish cultivating industry capable to export standard and eco-tourism. All of Pupuk Kaltim's effort gained several achievements and accolades, such as proper award, a National Environment Implementation Management Award, good level, granted by Ministry of Environment and Forestry in Indonesia. Also, Grand Platinum Award of Indonesia National Quality Standard, Protect and Sustain Certificate for Product Stewardship, Safety, Health and Environment from International Fertilizer Association. Industry Leader from Malcolm Voltage Excellent Framework, winner of Energy Management System, nationally and internationally. And last but not least, Pupuk Kaltim achieved the world-class title in Global Performance Excellence Award in 2018 and 2019 from Asia Pacific Quality Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Mahatma Gandhi once said that Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. All of the things that we do is our commitment to contribute in the world races against climate change and coastal community empowerment. Before I finish the presentation, please enjoy video about Pupuk Kaltim.
On the equatorial Earth, on the island of Kalimantan, which has abundant natural resources, Pupuk Kaltim exists to support national food sovereignty. Pupuk Kaltim until now has already had 5 urea plants with a capacity of 3.4 million tons per year, 5 ammonia plants with a capacity of 2.7 million tons per year, NPK plant with a capacity of 350,000 tons per year. Pupuk Kaltim also has supporting facilities, including coal boilers, 6 urea warehouses, 6 docks, 3 ammonia tanks, accredited laboratory and factory service, which provides a variety of plant maintenance and repair services, and is equipped with facilities to produce a number of parts. With a variety of efforts and facilities, Pupuk Kaltim has produced prime quality and highly competitive products. Our marketing area covers 2/3 of Indonesian territory and exports to various countries. In order to ensure the product availability in the marketing area in real time, Pupuk Kaltim has a distribution planning and control system facility. For the hard work that has been done, Pupuk Kaltim various achievements and awards from national to international levels, including the first company to earn Grand Platinum SNI Award from National Standardization Agency of Indonesia, the first fertilizer company to earn Gold Rank National Proper Award from the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, becoming the first fertilizer company in Indonesia to achieve Excellence Rank in Protect and Sustain Product Award from International Fertilizer Association. Pupuk Kaltim is also recognized as a world-class company by winning the Global Performance Excellence Award from Asia Pacific Quality Organization. Pupuk Kaltim has been recognized as a company that has implemented Industry 4.0 by winning the Indonesia Industry 4.0 Readiness Index. Pupuk Kaltim Port is the first port in Indonesia to achieve Green Port, and other awards and certifications. We believe that harmony between people, profit, and planet will create harmony with the community through the Corporate Social Responsibility Program and other programs, which has won the Indonesian Sustainable Development Goals Award. Ready to become a global player by prioritizing innovation to become a world-class agrochemical and petrochemical company that is highly competitive and sustainable and contributes to national food security. We exist in the spirit of pioneers. We are strong, forged by challenges. We advance with quality work.
Thank you for your attention and good day.
Thank you, Pak Pavilion. I would like to invite the fourth speaker, Bapak Muhammad Ahsin Sidki, President Director of PT Indonesia Power.
Thank you.
You have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. It is truly very happy to deliver an afternoon session. Chairman, Mr. Adi, thank you for your time. I would like to deliver in 10 minutes. Yeah? If we have time for discussing, we have a film, but later on. Yeah. Today we would like to deliver about the capacity initiative to protect marine environment from pollution and climate change in PT PLN Persero Indonesia. PLN Persero is a state-owned company, electric producer on there. So the consequence of the business may be release CO2 and other related to environmental impact. But today we would like to share to you all that how do we manage our environment. Today we would like to deliver five defense mechanism to protect about the environment. The one, biodiversity. And the number two, water use efficiency. Number three, water pollution control program and coastal cleanup. And finally, green corporate social responsibility program. Biodiversity conversation. It's five content for biodiversity conversation for marine protect. The one, trees planting, coral reef conservation, coral reef artificial and grass, sea turtle hatchling conservation, and routine control monitoring of environmental. It is, for example, how to PLN Persero would like to environment protect with trees planting. How many on there? More, it's very, very much of tree we plant on every place. And also, like this, we intend to like this, yeah, because you know that marine environment very pollution, so we protect to plant mangrove like this. And also in Tanjung Jati and also all over Indonesia, we use the method for tree planting depend on environmental requirement. And then, hey, sorry. Okay, please repeat again. My slide will be stopping for you. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. Please help me to. Okay, I would like to skip one by one, so I continue for this. As you know, that's majority of our plant located in seashore. So in Bali, you know, in Bali we coral reef conservation like this. Also in Tanjung Jati, in Central Java, we artificial patch reef and seagrass like this for helping environmental so friendly and reducing in CO2. Also, we use like this flower crabs conservation for making many crabs on there. It is important to Bali programs. We have sea turtle hatching conservation. It is important also for making harmony power plant with environmental friendly. Monitoring also always use on our business. You know that's the impact power plant someday not so good, so we protect with environmental monitoring like this. Number two, the strategy for environmental protection in marine water use efficiency. As you know, that we have many programs like this. It is important for making fluently after we produce electricity, we pack water to marine so cleanly like this with other methods. The strategy number three is water pollution control program. The four strategy for compliant wastewater disposal ocean standards, also how do we get permitted from government, also compliance and innovation. Today, innovation is very important to reducing in cost, also in better quality water influence to marine. It has many innovation also, how to my power plant have many innovation to facing to regulation of environmental restrictions. So we doing to business like this. And strategy number four, coastal cleanup. As you know, that many power plants have a strategic partnership with people, also with young people like this, also with millennial for making how to protect the coastal cleanup. And interesting, very people, so interesting to following this. And the final strategy is Green Corporate Social Responsibility Program. We have a program in Bali, a power plant like this with TOS. TOS is tempat olah sampah setempat, is municipal management waste on local. For strategy for waste management and marine, especially reduce solid waste dumping, reduce operational expenditure, reduce unemployment, and increasing economic value of the solid waste. The implement like this, that waste from marine or from municipal will be collect in our place, and the secret of this program is in this one. We add what does like mean? Bio activator for making municipal going to pellets. The pellets, that's it's increasing in caloric value. Because, finally, after we manage from waste to pellets, it can be transferred to energy for gas power or co-firing in coal-fired power plant. It is interesting for reducing so many tons of solid waste, and finally we get coal proper from this program. And the last one, that's for CSR. We involve too many, women empowerment, especially like this, that's create the many project of farm waste, and finally economic and also social and cultural will be improved surrounding our power plant. For concluding remarks, that's PLN strongly commitment to reducing waste for marine protection with 5 strategy. And number 2, for NDC program, that we reducing in CO2 by using technology. It's easy technology to making a valuable program from waste to energy. And last but not least, for SDGs impact, basically the participation on this program is voluntary. For science, its founding years, this program already brings a big impact to peoples in increasing economic, social, and environmental quality. So thank you. That's all our presentation.
Thank you, sir. So now I'd like to come to the question and answer or dialogue. So we have 15 minutes of allocated for this dialogue and question and answer. From the audience, if you have interactive session, please raise your hand so that we acknowledge you. 1, 2. Do you have more? One more? Okay, we will start with 2. Okay, the ladies. Yes, please give the microphone. The first one, the lady in the black, please. Please introduce yourself to the audience and to whom your question is addressed to. I think it's on. No? Try.
Okay. Hello. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Siwi. I'm from Pavilion, Indonesia, and I would like to ask to Mr. Keitaro Suci. You mentioned about 100%. Wait a minute. 100% waste collection. I want to know how it is possible. And then you also mentioned that you have 1,700 municipalities, which 754 waste to energy facilities. So my question is how much the capital cost and operational cost of these facilities, or the minimum cost for that. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you. The second question.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name
Yes,
is Dana. I'm working for Central for Sustainable Transport in Ministry of Transport, Republic of Indonesia. Maybe in this time, I just want to share about our concern too in this issue. That on last September, we took action about for clean up the beaches and also clean up the ocean, which is held by our Directorate of Sea Transport. Actually, this action is for our transportation anniversary day or Harbolnas, but not only for that special day, we take action about this marine litter issue. We regularly clean up the beach and also the ocean, especially around our ports, and help regularly, even monthly or weekly, depends on the operator. That's it. The point is, we in Ministry of Transport is concerned too about the marine litter issue. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So we acknowledge the contribution and commitment of the Ministry of Transport of Indonesia in also taking measures in this endeavor. Thank you so much. So we have one question that we need to address from Suki-san, please.
Thank you for the question. First, about 100% waste collection rate. Unfortunately, there's no magical way to achieve this. So you need to secure the budget for the transportation collection and for trucks and drivers, then increase the collection rate, then just transport to the final disposal site or the intermediate treatment site. So yes, you need a lot of cost to increase. In my understanding, the typical Indonesia's cities collection rate is around 40 to 50%. So that means you need to double the collection rate, which is a bit obviously burden for the local government budget. But I want to emphasize when we discuss climate change, so sometimes it can be a bit too conceptual, but to solve this issue, we need a practical and how do I say, the grassroots effort to increase the contribution to reduce the negative impact to the marine litter or climate change or waste management for basically for all of the problems. And going into the second question about the capital cost of the waste energy facility. So Japanese government is now supporting the one of the Indonesia's waste energy project, which is in Bandung Metropolitan Bandung, and it covers 2,000 ton per day, which is I think around 2 million population generation of the municipal solid waste, and the capital expenditure estimated capital expenditure is about not only the capital expenditure, including the OPEX, which is around 200 million US dollars.
Okay. So, Suji-san responding to the question, so we see it's video showing of the waste to energy initiative in Indonesia. Bapak, would you like to explain? Yeah. Okay. So this is the waste to energy that used by the PLN to produce electricity. Yes. From waste to pellet, and then use the pellet as the fuel. Yeah. Co-firing. Yeah. Co-firing. Yeah. Do you have the sound? No sound? Only the picture. We need sound.
Bali Declaration on the Protection of the Marine Environment from Land-Based Activities, which has been adopted as a resolution at the 4th session of the United Nations Environment Assembly (UNEA 4). Indonesia has implemented to bring international commitment to real action. Indonesia has taken the initiative and innovation in combating marine litter with various stakeholders, including government, businesses, and communities. The waste bank facilities is important to raise public awareness in applying the 3 R's principle: reduce, reuse, recycle. The waste bank facilities have been operated in 31 provinces and 218 districts or cities with 8,036 plants in total all across Indonesia. Waste banks have positive impact for the environment, social, and economy. At the moment, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry has built PDUs in 11 districts or cities. Based on data provided by the Ministry of Public Work and Housing from 2008 to 2018, 1,052 PDU units has been built throughout Indonesia. The plastic waste collected will then be deposited to the waste bank to be recycled into more useful materials. For example, Surabaya Bus is a bus rapid transit service in the city of Surabaya which fares paid using plastic waste. For a one-way trip, each passengers must exchange 10 plastic mineral water cups or 5 medium-sized plastic water bottles or 3 large plastic bottles. The plastic bag usage reduction campaign was done at some places in Indonesia. Ministry of Environment and Forestry encouraged community to use no more plastic bags and giving handmade woven shopping bag, which considered eco-friendly to the market shoppers. The woven shopping bag, or purun, known as Kalimantan's unique items, made of a kind of grass that grow at the swamp. Diesel-powered electricity generator DEG gasifier is an innovation among other waste-to-energy inventions. This DEG is using waste as a complementary materials for coal-fired power generator by using pellets made from organic waste collected from surrounding communities. One of the campaign programs carried out by the Ministry of Environment and Forestry is Indonesia Coastal Cleanup. The cleanup activities has been carried out by stakeholders, namely governments, private sectors, and public. Various communities that care about the marine environment have carried out marine trash clean action. Meanwhile, at main tourist destination, participants were enthusiastic in collecting plastic waste, wood paper wrap, and debris around the coast. Furthermore, diverse community also clean marine litter in the sea and seabed. Indonesia Coastal Cleanup has successfully reduced marine litter by as much as 38.5 tons, with the participants involved as many as 15,000 people in 21 locations. In addressing pollution caused by garbage around the Thousand Islands, the government of Jakarta, together with the Environmental Agency of Thousand Islands, provide waste transporting vessels operates around the islands. Indonesia government has a concern to keep the river's water clean and can be utilized by the community. Ultimately, to effectively manage and thereby mitigate the impacts from marine litter, there is a need to develop marine litter monitoring. The Ministry of Environment and Forestry, the Indonesian Institute of Sciences, and other relevant institutions periodically carry out marine litter monitoring in various locations in Indonesia in order to assure the commitment of the Bali Declaration on the protection of the marine environment from land-based activities and the assertively and effectively addressing regional priorities. Indonesia has established a regional capacity center for clean seas RC3S in Bali, Indonesia. Apparently, by doing this effort, it's expected that the sustained clean, healthy and beautiful environment and ecosystem in Indonesia would be maintained all the time.
Okay. Now I'd like to take up some questions, if you still have some from the audience. If not, then I would ask Pak Dida to have some closing statements for takeaway to the audience, and because we'd like to promote international cooperation in this regard. Please, Pak Dida.
Thank you, Pak Adi. I think last year also in COP24 in Katowice, our Minister Bu Siti raised how Indonesia and also among countries to cooperation to handle land-based pollution and also in connection with climate change. I think we continue in the COP25 in Madrid for our implementation activity from international conference to real action. And we trust for to take the problem together and how to step by step we develop and strengthening capacity for handle land-based pollution in connecting to marine environment. Thank you, Pak Adi.
Yes, thank you, Pak Dida. Now, from the business leader, to have some words, closing statement, how the business see.
thank you, Pak Adi. It's time to action. We will continue with Pupuk Hatim and others of Company of Indonesia. We'll continue for combating, environmental inequality, especially like our innovation, making energy from waste. We do hope that if you have any technology, please call me. We can collaborate in advanced country to helping us, and let's we do for our better earth. Thank you.
Thank you. So with that, I would like to close this session with big thanks to all the speakers and for great videos you presented,
On the
and to
equatorial
all
arc
the
on the
audience. And
island
so
of
big
Kalimantan,
hands
which
to all of us. We adjourn this session with big thanks. Thank you so much. I'd like to enjoy the next session with Indonesia Pavilion. You're very much welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the speakers and moderators. After this, we will have the token of appreciation.
Something with